Dreams Before Dreams, Episode 8. This was my time, and I enjoyed the attention. Nothing else mattered. Honestly, it was a natural progression for every teenager back then. That could not have held my dream down. That was just an excuse. The telephone rings, and I rush to answer it. "Hello, is that you?" he asked. I replied, "Yes." "How are you? Is your dad at home?" "Who is that?" my dad asked. I replied, "It's a wrong number," and dropped the phone. That was him. He called to check on me as we were on holiday. You see, I attended a boarding school, and it was quite an experience. At such a young age, I had begun to identify my preference as regards the kind of people I liked to associate with. I began to understand more about relationships. At boarding school, you learn to deal with all manner of characters, including yourself. You see, it didn't matter what he or she said or did. You had to deal with it. That was your home till the holidays. You know, he was kind and sweet-natured. I remember those gifts. One of my favorite was a Christmas jumper he bought for me whilst on holiday in London. That was a gift I loved and wore for a few years until I outgrew it. Don't ask me how I hid it from my parents. I just did. Let's say I wore it when they weren't home. Friendship back then wasn't about what you could get from the other person, but a relationship that centered on giving and expecting nothing in return. Back then, the young men were taught to be providers and the girls treasures to behold. I learned that giving made him happy, just as my mom gave and gave and gave, as it brought her joy as well. Receiving those gifts made me happy, and so I learned to give as well. You know, giving brings joy as well as receiving. It's every girl's dream to be loved and adored. So don't blame me if I drifted into his world during the times we were friends. As it seemed to be a lovely place to be, a different view to life. Looking back now, it seemed like a fairy tale. And that's what my dreams were. A fairy tale. Dreams before dreams.